Hi kawan, welcome to EDCReady. Today I have an unboxing of a knife that I bought based on impulse, and okay, so unlike most knives, what I would normally do is I would normally do a lot of research on the knife before I go and buy it. It is seldom that I go into a store, check out a knife, and then immediately buy it. And that is what happened with this knife. I don't know if I'm gonna regret it or not. I guess I'm gonna have to carry it, and I'll let you guys know in the full review if I like it or not. But today I have an unboxing and a first impression of this. This is from Ganzo, and it is from the Firebird series. So Ganzo typically has a bad reputation of copying designs. In the past, they were known for looking like Rat 2s and Rat 1s but with axis locks, or they kind of look like PM 2s or PM 3s with axis lock, and it kind of got a bit of a bad reputation because of that. People thought that they were copying designs and all that. But now that they have their own designer, which is Firebird, they're getting a lot more credibility because they're really coming up with their own personal in-house designs. And you know what? They are actually being designed really well in my opinion. Just a quick showcase of the box. We have here Firebird, made by Ganzo, designed by Firebird, folding knife, yada yada yada, some stickers, and so on and so forth. Made in China, which is not a bad thing because a lot of OEMs, a lot of really good knife companies do manufacture their knives in China. And the model number is the FH11CF, my first carbon fiber knife. So let's have a go. Now before I continue with this unboxing, I just want to let you know that I did cheat a little bit. I did check this knife out at the store, but I remember what my first impressions were, so I want to share you guys what they are. Coming in, we have some nice bubble wrap to protect the knife. Ganzo comes with this nice little knife cloth thing that you can put it in. I got a few of these and some silica gel. Alright, so without further ado, so when I grabbed this knife, this was my first impression. First of all, wow, carbon fiber. This actually, I don't know if you can catch it on camera, but it actually reflects the light quite nicely. It doesn't have that ribbing texture that carbon fiber has because, well, it's not made for your pleasure. And this is a carbon fiber laminate. You can kind of see in the where the pocket clip goes in, just how deep the carbon fiber goes, and then the rest of it is, I believe, it's just G10. And you can kind of see here where it transfers from carbon fiber to G10. So it's very much an overlay. The carbon fiber itself feels very slippery, and so if you kind of want a lot of texture in your knife, this is not going to be the knife for you. Another first impression is that, well, these edges are really sharp. These edges here are chamfered, but the chamfers are not like rounded off, so they're kind of a little hot spotty. But the inner liners here, very sharp. They're not going to cut you, but it's sharp enough where it's going to feel uncomfortable in the hand. Okay, maybe that will wear off. Maybe I'll sand it down, and I'll let you guys know in the full review how bad is it entirely if I use it for a long time. But yeah, the next thing about this knife is that it has a deep carry pocket clip, which I love. I love deep carry pocket clips. And one thing I really like about it is that the screws sit very shallow in the deep carry clip. So a lot of knives, for example, one of my knives right now, this is the Royk P801SF right here, another flipper frame lock kind of knife. It has a deep carry pocket clip, but the screws sit pretty tall in the clip. So when I go and put it in my pants tend to get caught up in this. That kind of, it annoys me a little bit. A lot of knives have this problem. Even my Civivi has this problem. But this one, the screw stays quite shallow. So in the store, when I put it in my pants, I was like, wow, this feels really nice. And it's pretty deep carry. But that is not why I bought this knife on a whim. That's not why I impulse bought this knife. The jimping is a little sharp. The jimping here is a little sharp too. It's not really well rounded in a lot of sense, but it changed my mind when I flipped this knife. Okay, first things first, I gotta put it out there that this knife feels, the detent feels a little bit weak, but it's compensated by the sheer smoothness of this knife. Boom. Yeah, it's also the first knife that I can light switch it and push button it. So a light switch would be that. You just flick it back, but a button switch flipper, you can kind of just press it down and it'll fire. And the detent felt weak, but it still fired and fired out pretty well. And then I went to unlock the lock bar, and then it just dropped down, and I'm like, wow, how is a knife that is about 25, 26 USD, in ringgit it was about 150 ringgit or so. I got on discount. They're having a sale for 135 ringgit. So I got this for 135 ringgit, which is about I don't know, 25 USD. How did this knife get such smooth action? It's running on bearings. It's running on bearings and on full liners. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but there are full liners on the inside, and it is so smooth. It is so smooth. Barely any amount of once you get this past the detent ball, and then any amount of shake, and it'll drop. Okay, in fact, if you unlock this and then you just angle it, it will start dropping. It is so smooth. Like, I have no other knife to compare this kind of smoothness to. Okay, this rake, okay, a little bit of shake is not going to go down. My CVV, it does take a shake. It takes bigger shake, but it'll go down. To be fair, the CVV has a much thinner and much shorter and much lighter blade, so that's probably why. But this knife it just drops and it locks. I mean, to be fair, I've only ever seen high-end knives have this kind of action. I've only seen this kind of action from your real high-end zero tolerance knives. I've only seen this kind of action in Shirogorov knives. I've only seen this action in Grimsmo knives. And to be fair, I've only ever felt one ZT knife. I've never seen or even touched a Grimsmo knife or a Shirogorov knife. And at least looking at the videos, that is the closest thing I can compare it to. Look at that. It just drops on its own. And by that action alone, you know, holding this, I can already feel that there are some hot spots. After a bit more carry and testing, I'll let you guys know on that. You know, it doesn't have a strong detent, which I love. I love a strong detent. It doesn't have a stainless steel blade. It's running on D2, which, by the way, Ganzo's D2 is really good. A lot of Ganzo's D2, based on forums I've read, can have a hardness of about 59 to 61, sometimes even, yeah, around about there, 59 to 61, which is great. So even though it's a Chinese D2, made in China, but the quality of the D2 is pretty high and pretty up there. But this action just like, it convinced me to buy this on an impulse, because not only have I only seen this action on really high-end custom or mid-tech knives, but to get it at this price, and at from a company that does budget knives, it's like, I'm like, wow. And then I got it, and I'm gonna do the disassembly because I want to see if I can make this knife drop shut even better. I want to see if I can make the action even better by opening it up, cleaning it up, and oiling it up. And then maybe a few days later I will upload the review. So that's all, guys. Just completely shocked me, and I just gotta tell people about it. Alright, the FH11, you have two G10 models, black and green. I got the carbon fiber because this is one I don't have right now. Alright, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. Give it a shot. The Firebird line is pretty fantastic, and yep, stay ready, guys.